Hello folks, Tony's here. A quick update on Flux next update, Flux terminal next update. The terminal will be included 87 countries complete economic analysis with over 1,700 economic indicators, live CFTC data, retail traders positions, complete stock market analysis for any stock that you would like to do complete stock analysis, which is known as the DCF, which is still not in the terminal at the moment. And because I still have lots of work to get done, I'm mostly focused on the economic analysis, which is macroeconomic. I've done lots of work on this. So the rest is just integrating these part of the terminal with the previous versions. But a quick brief. With the next update, you have a global pulse where you can see all the available economic indicators across the globe for all the countries. As I mentioned, there are 87 countries, and then with over 1,700 economic indicators. At the moment, most of the sections or the tabs of the Flux terminal focus on G10 countries, but then I will also include the rest of the countries. Then there's a deep dive analysis for each countries where you can deep dive and look into their economic situations, how they're performing, what are the upcoming important news, how they're affecting the country, and what are the positions, what are the forecast, and how they're performing in terms of their business cycles at the moment, where they're standing, and what are the GDP forecasts and so on. So this is in this video just showing the brief how the terminal looks like. I'm not explaining anything how to use it and what each tab's telling you. It tells you a lot. There's a lot of analysis that I need to go through each of them and explain it in detail how to use them. There's also sorry, excuse me. There's also relative value analysis between different countries, where you can select two different countries, and the terminal does relative value analysis, which one is a fair value, which one is not within the fair value zones. And then you can see a G10 relative value matrix between them. And there's a scenarios that tells you what's going on in the next, what to expect in the next release in terms of the GDP growth, inflations, labor, consumers, housing, and so on. The next tab is the forecast lab, which is a complete forecast, fully detailed forecast, which has not been discussed in the macroeconomic materials I have seen so far. But Flux made it easier, and it's all included within Flux, and it tells you what are the peaks, what are the downs, what are the drivens, what drove the price, the economic cycles are not price from each peaks, and what are the reasons. So this is what the forecast tab looks like. I will explain all of these, how to use them, what to look for in here, and yeah. So the next tab is specifically for central banks, because it's important to look at the central bank's positions, how they're performing, what are the key metric to look at, what the central bank positions are, where they're standing in terms of like central bank cycles, and then what the central bank's forecast looks like, what are the current rates, the GDP, and then the inflations. The FX strategy is a smart built analysis within Flux that compare the two selected countries. And now we're looking at GBP USD, in which it does complete analysis for the selected countries This is only for based on the economics and institutionals as well as retail traders, but there will be more analysis which I'm working on to bring it into this software. That will also analyze the countries, the cross countries, stock market, and their spot values. One thing I would like to mention or discuss a little bit here, this piece of chart which shows as what driven the price from bottom to top, or top to bottom. So if we're looking at here, 23rd of July, UK PMIs when they released, and the UK PPI was also released, and that was kind of like driven the UK's price to drop down, and then later on where we have UK US growth accelerations, where the pounds were a little bit weaker until we get stronger data coming in August, and that drove the price to 136. These green and purple labels on top are automated or represent the current price situations where we will be looking at the price in terms of the economic data. So at the moment, it tells us that British pound is bullish. And there's forecast, complete forecast. There's some more works to be done on this forecast, which I will show you in the next updates and when I'm working on them. This is the driver stack and conflicts, how they're conflicting, how two countries are performing against each economic indicators. And yeah, so I will explain more in details in the next videos, but this is just to show what the terminal includes. This one is the flow footprint, which shows as the CFTC or institutional data for all the groups, and then at the bottom live retail trader data. You can select between any countries. The tab will be updating and conducts the complete cross-country analysis, as you can see. The next one is the positionings, which is at the moment is fully built with all available contract on CFTC data for code data, which it does a complete intensive analysis how the positions are affecting the selected country that you the selected pair. When we're selecting GBP/USD, it does both cross analysis for pound and dollar as well. In terms of the macro fair module, the macro fair modules have the fair the price is in terms of comparing the CFTC positions. These are some new analysis. You might have never seen it before, which is fine. Don't worry, because I'll be explaining all these in details. This is a cross market positioning context. So when we see Latin GBP/USD, yes, we will be looking at pound and dollar positions. But what are the other contracts that are affecting pound and dollar positions? So the terminal automatically does that, looks into the other contracts, how the institutionals are placing their positions on the other contracts that are affecting British pound and US dollar, or I should say GBP/USD. This is for the G10 countries, and then you can select on E-mini Forex pairs. Or you can do the rate analysis, US bonds, which are really important to looking at. Or if you want to do some equity analysis like E-mini 500, Dow Jones, and so on, and cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin or nano Bitcoin, and metals such as gold, platinum, silver, and so on, and the energy sector as well, and gas and agriculture industries as well. This is all. This is so far. This is what I've been working on the Flux terminal. There is a lot of updates on this to be done. There's more analysis. I need to do it, and then yeah, I will keep you posted. Thank you very much.